So, people who are legislative people in legislative positions, if they are engaged in legislation, then they are committing shirk. Particularly, for example, if they are voting on laws that are directly contradicting clear-cut matters of law in Islam, such as legalizing gay marriages, for example, then this is clear shirk. If they never vote on any votes at all, or there is, it could even be a question mark if they only vote on things which have really nothing to do with any contradiction with Islam, something completely permissible. We can park those grey areas, necessarily, but their claim to be a legislator, this is shirk, because that only belongs to Allah. Executive authorities like ministers, prime ministers, judges, that simply being a prime minister or a minister or a judge does not make you mushrik or taghut, because that is possible for human beings to do such a job. But the question is now, do you rule and judge by the laws of Allah, like Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and Umar and Uthman, okay? Or do you rule and judge by other than what Allah revealed, by the man-made laws, by kufr laws, like Bani Israel when they changed the laws of Allah, like the Tatar, the Mongol invaders who claimed to embrace Islam, but they used to rule by Al-Yasif instead of Quran. And there's agreement among all the ulama of the time that they were disbelievers. They fall into the kufr at that time. So there's a question of, what do you rule by and what do you judge by? That is what will define whether you are Muslim or not Muslim in those cases. But the legislator, they are claiming to have the rights of Allah, because legislation belongs only to Allah. In the same way that creation belongs only to Allah. If anybody claims that I am the creator, they are claiming the right on rububiyyah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the rububiyyah of Allah. So Allah says, أَلَا لَهُ الْخَلْقُ وَالْأَمْرُ. Is it not for Allah the creation and the command? These two belong to Allah. Another verse, Allah says, وَلَا يُشْرِكُ فِي حُكْمِهِ أَحَدًا. He does not associate or share his law, his legislation with anybody. In the recitation, the qira'ah of Ibn Amir of the same verse in Surah Kahf, verse 26, Allah says, وَلَا تُشْرِكْ فِي حُكْمِهِ أَحَدًا. Do not associate partners with Allah in his hukum, anybody. And many other verses that establish that the right of legislation specifically only belongs to Allah. You had put your hand up, so I'm presuming there might be a follow-up question, so you can take the mic, inshallah, if you want to follow up on your previous question.